Good morning, Jamie. How are you today?
Good morning, Mrs. Smith. I'm good, thanks. I'm really excited because today we're talking about computers, right?
That's right. Today we are going to explore computers and how they work. Do you know what a computer is?
Kind of. It's a machine that helps us do lots of things, like play games or type on the keyboard.
Exactly. Computers are amazing tools that help us with all kinds of tasks. They have different parts that work together to make everything happen. Have you ever wondered what's inside a computer?
Not really. I just use it for games and homework. What's inside?
Great question. Inside a computer, there are several important parts. For example, there's the CPU, or Central Processing Unit. It's like the brain of the computer because it does all the thinking and processing.
So the CPU is like our brain? That's cool.
Yes, exactly. And there is also RAM, which stands for Random Access Memory. It helps the computer remember things while it's working on them. Think of it like a desk where you keep your papers while you're working on them.
Oh, I get it. So RAM is like my desk where I put my homework.
Exactly. And then we have the hard drive, or SSD, which is where the computer stores all its files and programs. It's like a big filing cabinet where you keep all your important papers.
I see. What about the screen and the keyboard? Are they important too?
Yes, they are. The screen shows you what's happening inside the computer, like a TV. The keyboard lets you type and give instructions to the computer, like writing a letter or searching for information.
What about the mouse? How does that fit in?
The mouse is another important part. It helps you move a pointer on the screen to select things. It's like using your finger to point at something when you're talking to a friend.
That's a good way to think about it. How do computers actually work together to run programs and games?
Computers use a special kind of language called code to understand what we want them to do. It's like giving the computer a list of instructions to follow. These instructions are written in programming languages, like Python or JavaScript.
Programming sounds like a secret code. How do people learn it?
It can seem like a secret code, but it's actually something you can learn step by step. There are many resources and tools designed for beginners. You can start with simple programs and gradually learn more as you go along. Have you ever tried coding?
Not really. I think it sounds fun, though. What kind of things can you create with code?
With code, you can create all sorts of things. For example, you can make games, design websites, build apps, and even control robots. The possibilities are endless. What kind of things do you like to do? Maybe we can find a way to combine those interests with coding.
I love drawing and telling stories. Could I make a game where you can draw and tell stories?
Absolutely. You could create a game where players draw pictures and then use those pictures to tell a story. There are even tools and platforms that are designed for beginners to help you create your own games and stories without needing to know a lot of code at first.
That sounds amazing. What are some tools I could use?
One popular tool for beginners is Scratch. It's a visual programming language where you can drag and drop blocks to create your programs. It's a great way to start learning the basics of coding. There is also Tiger, which is another platform for learning coding through fun activities and games.
I want to try Scratch. How do I start?
You can start by visiting the Scratch website. They have lots of tutorials and projects to help you get started. You can experiment with different blocks and see what happens. It's a fun way to learn and be creative.
I'm going to check it out tonight. Is there anything else I should know about computers?
It's also important to understand how to stay safe online. Remember to use strong passwords, don't share personal information with strangers, and always ask an adult if you're unsure about something. Computers are powerful tools, and it's important to use them responsibly.
I'll remember that. Thanks for all the information, Mrs. Smith. I can't wait to start coding.
You're welcome, Jamie. I'm so glad you're excited about learning. If you have any more questions or need help, just let me know. Happy coding!
Thanks! I'll definitely let you know if I need help. Have a great day.